Oh my God. Y'all won't believe the tea that's spilling about Diddy right now. The industry is literally shaking with these latest revelations, and I mean shaking.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay.
Listen up, because this is seriously wild. Diddy's former associate just took the stand and started dropping names like hot potatoes. We're talking about some of the biggest names in hip-hop being involved in Diddy's notorious activities. And when I tell you the courtroom was stunned, honey, that's an understatement. The wildest part? It's not just about Diddy anymore. There are other high-profile rappers who supposedly were right there in the mix. We've all heard those whispers about Diddy's infamous parties for years, but now everything's coming out in the open. Let me spill all this piping hot tea about what's really been going down. Y'all might want to sit down for this.
Like the f***ing Diddy doula parties! I mean, that's another thing. When is we gonna see you over there with Sean Kiko? Go give dog a f***ing hug like I f***ing said. He was on his nuts all that f***ing year.
Can you believe this? And here's the gag. Ross has been suspiciously quiet lately, like super quiet. And with 50 Cent out here stirring the pot and pointing out all these sus lyrics in Ross's songs, chilly, people are connecting dots they never saw before. Remember that video of Ross and Diddy washing Young Miami's car shirtless? At the time, we all thought it was just some fun content, but now, baby, people are looking at that footage with fresh eyes, if you know what I mean.
We wash your Carisha car, baby. That's right. We wash your Carisha car.
And then we washing my mother car.
And
we shoot commercials and we washing cars because we spreading love. You know what I'm saying? This is black entrepreneurialism at its best. So y'all can't f with us. Free soap or nothing, man. Those cars is dirty. Woo!
And speaking of shocking connections, let's talk about Kanye and Diddy because, woo, the plot just keeps thickening. Apparently, Ye was no stranger to these private gatherings, and there's buzz going around that Diddy might have some, let's say, interesting footage of him. Which honestly explains so much about why Kanye's been calling Diddy a fed lately.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, f you.
Wait,
hold on.
Okay.
All you fake hard niggas, f you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a because you can't shoot nobody anyway, and the reason why you gotta talk is because you did a deal, you f***ing fed.
But wait, it gets even messier. Y'all heard about Kanye's ex-assistant Lauren. She just filed this explosive lawsuit, and the details are shocking. We're talking about some really disturbing behavior during a studio session that Diddy co-hosted. The similarities between these allegations and what Diddy's been accused of, I mean, I'm just saying. Now let's spill the tea about DJ Khaled because, child, the plot thickens. Everyone knows Khaled has been one of Diddy's closest friends for years. But now, people are side-eyeing their whole relationship. Khaled's always kept this squeaky clean image, right? But honey, with all these videos surfacing of him at these private parties, let's just say people have questions. Was he really just an innocent bystander? Or did he know what was really going on behind those closed doors?
You know what 50 gonna say to you when he sees?
What?
I heard Diddy touched your butt.
Oh man, what the hell?
I don't know what's going on.
Am I lying? Is 50 not gonna say
He's
that?
obsessed with it.
That's obviously, this man's obsessed with Diddy.
He said that was
50 said, you remember when 50 said that the first one?
Man, oh, yeah.
50 told French. 50 said, I heard Diddy touch
But I don't know
his butt.
nothing about you, what you talking about, man.
Oh, man.
And speaking of shocking revelations, let's talk about YK Osiris. Y'all remember when he went on that fancy vacation that Diddy paid for? Well, in Diddy's world, nothing comes free, and the internet is buzzing with speculation. It gets even juicier. YK's baby mama dropped this bomb on social media, claiming she caught him in bed with another man. And have y'all seen YK in interviews lately? Blushing, stammering, completely falling apart when anyone mentions Diddy. Make of that what you will.
Let me get that new Rolls Royce when you really can't afford it. I feel like if you can't buy it 2 times, you don't need to buy it anyway. You know what I mean? And a lot of people trying to spend, they would really spend their last on a Rolls Royce or they last on a Bentley when they can't even afford it for real. But they trying to keep up with Instagram or keep up with the trend because they feel like you gotta fit in.
But wait, because this next part about Usher will have your jaw on the floor. The history between Usher and Diddy goes way back to when Usher was just a baby-faced teen in the industry.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
See?
Usher.
When I tell you, this story gets darker. Usher's been dropping hints for years about his time at Diddy's infamous Flavor Camp. Now, it was supposed to be about teaching young artists the music business, but insiders are saying it was something way more sinister. Usher himself has said he saw things no young person should see.
It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
And Chile. Let's talk about these persistent rumors about Diddy allegedly giving Usher an STD during one of these notorious gatherings. This tea started brewing after Usher got hit with those lawsuits about spreading herpes, and people started asking the real questions about where it all started. But hold up, because Gandil, Diddy's former bodyguard, has been spilling. He's been talking about Usher's involvement in Diddy's wild lifestyle for years, saying Diddy exposed this young star to things he wasn't ready for. And apparently, Usher left these parties with more than just memories, if you catch my drift.
People know that was around in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital.
Now let's dive into this Meek Mill situation because, baby, remember that infamous pool video where Meek called Diddy daddy and professed his love? At the time, we all laughed it off, but now, Chili.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
And would you believe Meek's been playing hide and seek since Diddy got arrested? Man's literally fled to Africa and started riding dirt bikes to stay out of the spotlight. But Orlando Brown, y'all know he never holds back, is saying he's got receipts about Meek's involvement in these gatherings.
How did you feel when you saw this lawsuit that made it seem as if perhaps Diddy and Meek Mill had sex?
I mean, to each their own, and why would they not have sex when they're gay rappers?
Do you think Meek Mill's gay?
We all know he's gay.
Get this, there are whispers that the feds found footage of Meek at these parties, and that's why he's been laying so low. If these tapes ever come out, baby, it's going to be a whole situation. Now let's talk about French Montana because this tea is scalding. French has been riding with Diddy for years, and now his name is getting dragged into all of this mess. Remember that video of Diddy singing happy birthday to French while they're both covered in baby oil?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear French. Happy birthday to you. This is a special birthday for both of us.
French is.
Y'all, French has always stayed loyal to Diddy, but now that the feds found 1,000 bottles of baby oil in Diddy's mansion, that birthday celebration is hitting different, isn't it? Makes you wonder what else French might have been involved in.
Wasn't Puffy interested in working with you also?
Yeah, Puff. I was running around with Puff for a minute, but we was just partying, man. Puff liked to party. So that's basically all we did. I think the few times I was running around with D-Mac and Puff, we just did a bunch of partying. We might have went to the studio once or twice.
Let's talk about the game for a minute because this is interesting. He's admitted he almost signed with Bad Boy before choosing Dr. Dre instead. And now everyone's wondering if something happened between him and Diddy that made him run the other way.
That in the closet shit is real scary, you know what I'm saying? So we got to get into the seriousness of it, and it's just not fair to, other people. And then that spreads because that girl that you might be fooling might leave you and go find another dude who ain't gay, give him the disease, and he go cheats on her, and so it's it's an ongoing thing, man. So it ain't cool to be in the closet. So if you gay, just say you gay, man. Be gay and be proud, man.
I asked Mango if he would ever do a song with a gay rapper, and he said he's pretty sure that he has.
That's crazy.
Do you think that you've done songs with gay rappers, and who are not obviously in the closet?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you said who not in the closet?
Who is in the closet?
Possibly, man.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Chile, we need to discuss Orlando Brown's claims because, woo! For years, people dismissed Orlando's stories about Diddy as crazy talk, but now that Diddy's behind bars,
Ooskas Koosmash. You gave me the Ooskas Muaf, the Smoosmash. Diddy. Yeah, son. I mean, you gave me the Ooskas Muash.
Listen, Orlando's been consistent with these allegations, and now that all this other stuff is coming out, maybe, just maybe, he wasn't as far-fetched as people thought. And y'all, this legal battle is far from over. We're probably going to hear even more names of celebrities getting caught up in this mess. With Diddy allegedly recording everything, there could be footage out there that could bring down some of the biggest names in the industry.
Clever one, I'm Dr. Ahmadai Shakur. 50 Cent is set to do a documentary about Diddy and all of these allegations against him. Let's get into it. According to page 6, 50, who's had a decades-long on and off feud with Diddy, is training his production house on doing this documentary on the embattled bad boy mogul.
50 Cent has announced that he will be executive producing the documentary on Diddy. Surviving Diddy, too much brother love can cost you.
And speaking of spilling tea, 50 Cent is not letting up on Diddy. Every time we think he might ease up on the pressure, he comes through with another bombshell. Now he's out here with this list of rappers who allegedly participated in these private gatherings, and let me tell you, this list is longer than you think. Your faves are getting exposed left and right.
Of 50 Cent. Not only is 50 Cent working on a Diddy documentary, but all the proceeds will benefit SA victims.
Baby, 50 Cent is on a mission. He's been keeping his foot on Diddy's neck ever since these women started coming forward with their stories. But 50 isn't just sitting back and watching the legal drama unfold. He's claiming to have all the inside tea about Diddy's secret activities. Now let me tell you about Cassie's lawsuit because, child, when I say this tea is scalding. Cassie came through with receipts about her 11-year relationship with Diddy, and the details are beyond disturbing. We're not just talking about your typical toxic relationship. This was some next-level puppet master behavior. We're talking drugs, physical abuse, and some seriously messed up activities involving multiple male escorts while Diddy just sat back and watched. And y'all, Cassie was only 19 when this all started. Like barely legal. And get this, people have been wondering why the police never investigated Diddy before. Well, word on the street is that Diddy's got the police in his pocket. The influence this man has, woo.
Go on. And I call him Sean. That's Jay-Z. We call each other Sean.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody else could call me Sean.
He's the only person who's Sean approved.
There's not a single person that
outside of family.
That should be outside of my mother.
Okay, just
that should be calling me. Yeah.
But hold up, because this tea about Jay-Z is scalding. 50 Cent is suggesting there might be more to Diddy and Jay-Z's friendship than meets the eye. I mean, Diddy did say only his mama and Jay-Z can call him by his real name. Makes you think, doesn't it? Now, 50 and Jay-Z have been beefing for decades. And Chile, 50 hasn't been shy about calling Jay out. He's been saying Jay-Z bought his way to the top and acts like he's Jesus or something. The shade of it all.
Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them. Okay, I get the threats, but you have to remember one thing. I know your deepest secrets. I know so much about you and what you've done. I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on them.
But wait, it gets juicier. Jaguar Wright came through with some TEA about Diddy and Jay-Z's inner circle. She started dropping hints about Big L and others who met tragic ends, and it's giving very similar vibes to what happened around Diddy.
Ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as a nigga that was with Big L.
Rest
For
in
those
peace.
of you.
Rest in peace, Big L.
Rest in peace, Big L. That was the
Dopest.
sense
One of
that
the dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay-Z. then
And don't even get me started on Kanye exposing these industry powerhouses. He came right out and called Diddy and Jay-Z puppets for the Hollywood elite. And Kanye's saying he can spill all this tea because unlike some people, he never did anything shady they could hold over his head.
songs with Biggie and building a working, you know, camaraderie with Honeycombs and AKA Diddy. And
Why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
because he smacks so sweet. That fucking sodomite. Anyway,
Chili, 50 Cent isn't done. He's been exposing how Jay-Z allegedly got away with some questionable behavior, including his relationship with Foxy Brown when she was only 14. And let's not forget about Aaliyah and that whole situation with R. Kelly.
And she say that, you know, in this lawsuit that, you know, Diddy, he enjoyed watching her get smashed by BBCs. So, you know, what you think about that?
Do you think she was the only one getting banged by him? Do you think this man had this woman search for prostitutes online just for them to have sex with her?
The plot thickens because 50 shared this video of Diddy playfully slapping Jay-Z's behind on stage. Like, what? According to 50, Diddy just forgot himself for a minute and didn't realize they were in front of thousands of people. And baby, the tea about Will Smith? Honey! According to 50, Will and Diddy's friendship wasn't just about hanging out, if you know what I mean. These DL rumors about Will have been circulating forever.
How about worry about your cheating husband my male dancers, you know, when they didn't want to? How about talk about that?
Watch the door, don't let nobody come through here. And I said I watched the door. If I watched the door and him and a man ran out naked, and I said that, ain't nobody told me that. I saw that myself.
Listen to this. Exhibit spilled about the time Diddy took him to a gay bar and he was so shook he literally ran home. Can you imagine?
Trying to get a drink. You know, we sitting there bobbing to the music, and then she point over the corner. It's two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. Then there's girls in the club too, and then she point another direction. It's another dude over there like.
Imagine, even the game threw shade at Diddy, saying he uses women to hide his real sexuality. Called him out for being a DL rapper trying to cover it up with multiple baby mamas.
Okay. He telling me we gotta kick it. He's like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or something? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the f just say?
And if there's one person who keeps exposing Diddy, it's 50 Cent. He's been relentless, and he's got all the tea.
The nigga Puff, like he called, we should kick it on the telephone and shit after the main shit.
Right.
And the nigga be like, matter of fact, they sent me the girl pictures, like pictures of this girl, like not the shit that y'all saw. Worse, way worse.
Wow. Oh, you kidding me, yo?
Like penetration pictures and
Nah, come on, man. Come on.
Get this. 50 claims he tried to warn Diddy about a compromising video of Cassie making the rounds, but Diddy wasn't even bothered. And the way he responded? Chilly. 50 knew right then that Diddy was the one sharing those videos.
But, you know, I really kind of felt like those photographs was not happening because of Cassie. I felt like they was happening because of Puffy.
Right. Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because when a girl moves from a man and she upgrades, niggas be insecure, you know what I'm saying?
They're both bisexual, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house fucking screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills. Bashir Gray. Left that house fucking screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was...
Like, if Diddy's sending these kinds of videos to 50 Cent, who he's beefing with, just imagine who else has seen them. The mess! Y'all, it gets even wilder because apparently Harve Pierre was also allegedly involved in these private gatherings. And if that name sounds familiar, it should. He was the president of Bad Boy Records and Chile. He's now named as one of the co-defendants in Diddy's 4th lawsuit. Listen to this tea. An anonymous woman came forward saying both men plus another unnamed person allegedly her and forced her into one of these gatherings. And the details? Disturbing! The documents spill all the tea about how this young girl, who was literally half Diddy's age, met Pierre in a Detroit lounge. Pierre was out here bragging about being Diddy's best friend and even called him right there. The way they manipulated this poor girl into getting on a private jet, I can't. And y'all, before they even left for that jet, Pierre allegedly smoked crack cocaine in the bathroom, and let's just say he did some very inappropriate things to this young girl. The whole situation is just sick. But it gets worse. When they got to Diddy's studio, baby, they started plying this 17-year-old with substances until she couldn't even stand straight. The details in these court documents are so disturbing I can barely even repeat them. We're talking about multiple one right after another while this poor girl could barely stay conscious. And the aftermath, they just left her there. She was so traumatized she could barely walk and had to be helped to the car. She barely remembers how she got home. Like, who does that? But wait, this wasn't even the first time Harvey was accused. There was another lawsuit from a Bad Boy Records employee claiming he groomed and her for a whole year. The company tried to play it off saying it was from many years ago, but Chili is. And according to 50 Cent, these gatherings between Diddy and Harvey Pierre were a regular thing. He says they weren't just doing this with each other, but with other people too. The mess of it all. Now, 50 Cent is promising to expose everything in his upcoming documentary. He says it's not just about he's going to reveal all of Diddy's secrets, including who was really involved in these private gatherings. When I tell you this documentary is going to be explosive, the comments are going absolutely wild. People are saying things like, I don't doubt 50 has his own agenda, but that doesn't take away from the truth of what he's saying. And 50 has a code. He won't even expose but Diddy. He's literally and metaphorically messing with everyone. Others are living for this exposure. 50 is coming for everybody, and I am here for all of it. And my favorite comment comes from someone's wise grandmother. As my great-grandmother would say, watch the company you keep, birds of a feather flock together. Chili, let that marinate. Another person hit the nail on the head. Love 50 for speaking the truth. Too many people are blinded by dollar signs. Y'all, there is so much to unpack here. What do you think about all these wild revelations about Diddy and these other rappers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button because trust me, this story is far from over. We'll be right here breaking down every single detail as it comes out.